Next, a unique view of a famous fictional hero. The Swiss Alps, beautiful and dangerous. For the pilot of a helicopter, these peaks present the twin hazards of unpredictable wind currents and thin atmosphere. Yet this winter, a daring young man soared into the air suspended from the bottom of a helicopter, challenging the mountain dangers in order to photograph the grandeur of the Alps in a way never before captured on motion picture film. His name is Johnny Jordan. For 3 months this winter, his home has been the Swiss village of Murren, a tiny hamlet perched on a narrow alpine ledge above the Lauterbrunnen Valley. Jordan was not the only visitor. More than 200 members of a motion picture company, led by producers Albert Broccoli and Harry Saltzman, have made Murren their headquarters for the filming of the newest James Bond epic on Her Majesty's Secret Service. Major locations here include the mountaintop fortress of Smersh and a 12,000-foot high glacier, a location inaccessible except by helicopter. It is here, in the midst of some of the most spectacular scenery in the world, that George Lazenby, the screen's new James Bond, makes his debut as 007. The world of James Bond is a world of adventure and glamour. And if the action here isn't enough to convince Lazenby he's become the focal point of this world, the scenery should. Rivaling the fictional adventures of Ian Fleming's superhero is the real-life daring of photographer Johnny Jordan. Jordan's amazing aerial work has become an important element in the Bond successes, an element whose danger is seldom realized by the film audience. While working on the last Bond feature, You Only Live Twice, Jordan lost a leg and very nearly his life in a mid-air collision of copters. But a wooden leg is not the sort of thing to keep a man like Jordan grounded. In fact, for On Her Majesty's Secret Service, Jordan and pilot John Crutzen have come up with a new technique in aerial photography.
I've always been interested in suspending cameras rather than shooting from inside a plane because normal aerial photography has several limitations. John Crutzen and I have come up with what I suppose must be the ultimate in camera suspension. We've constructed a ring around the bottom of the plane, and I, with my camera, hang 18 feet below in a parachute harness. We can do things from it you can't do in a normal aerial situation. We can shoot up without getting the plane's rotor in the shot. We can shoot fully vertical or straight down. We can shoot full astern or pan 360 degrees, which you can't do in any other aircraft because you'll always get the tail section of the cabin in the shot. Of course, hanging out like I do, I must wear a rubber suit to keep from freezing at this altitude. And of course, the thin atmosphere up here makes just getting off the ground with this added weight a problem. I'm in contact with my pilot, John Crutzen, all the time. We have an intercom between us, because my isolation from him makes our teamwork all the more essential.
The results will be seen on the theater screen, but as spectacular as they will look, few in the audience will realize the danger and daring it took to film them.
I suppose it looks exciting, but I'm out there with no cabin around me and I don't feel the effects of speed at all. It feels rather good, like you're an angel with wings.
Johnny Jordan, above it all, challenging the mountains to film James Bond in action.